Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to Angel and the City of Glass. Um, I am super excited to be doing another week of this. I'm really, really happy to be doing this. So, I'm going to let my wonderful players introduce themselves, and we will hop right into the story after the recap. Let's start. We'll start with casual this time. Adam, we'll end with you since you're doing the recap.
Beautiful. I am Jordan Campbell, better known as Casual. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell, where I do a lot of things like D&D on Twitch streaming. I write content, tell stories, and overall streamer. You can check out all that. And I am playing Apollo Don, the shifter barbarian beatboxing of beasts, who loves to be a beautiful creature and make friends, and also has a bed of danger.
Danger bed.
Danger bed.
Danger zone.
Thank you so much. That leads us to Eddie.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, your local discount bard. I am able to find words today, which is just a great position to be in for a bard. I'm here today playing Izzy Leatherlung, the king of heavy metal, under the patronage of the Prince of Darkness himself, known as Ozzy.
Fantastic. Beth.
Hello, I am Beth the Bard, found everywhere at It's Beth the Bard. I am a professional dungeon master. I write D&D content, and I am DMing a cool show next week, which I'll tell you about after the game. So, yeah!
And Adam.
Hello, I'm Adam. You can find me online on many social media as Is It Tinkerer. I write the Apotheosis Studios blog, creating many supplements featuring monsters, spells, and items for D&D games, as well as other interesting reviews and thought pieces across nerd culture, as well as on my own website, Fantastic Universes. You can also find me doing various Let's Plays on YouTube at the Hostile Atmosphere. Also Dungeon Master for No Ordinary Heroes, but right now I am playing with these fine people, so we needed to catch the lovely viewers at home up, didn't we?
We did.
So our intrepid band of adventurers found themselves quite a few short weeks ago in our time in the back of a strange carriage in an unknown cloud nation. Strange creatures were battling for their souls to try and get them to follow, until eventually we decided to move with crystalline beings to the Crystal Kingdom. We found that we were in a strange form of the afterlife, where light had been refracted out into 7 different kingdoms through the crystals. Meeting Angel, the princess of this kingdom, we had been told that the 7 kingdoms all inhabit and are homes to various different living beings and spirits after they cross to the great beyond. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And as creative souls, we had made our way through to the great beyond. This news hit us hard, but we processed it well. But the means of our capture was what brought us to our danger. It turns that there is a city made of glass on the edge of this nation that is taking and capturing creative and ambitious souls for means and reasons unknown. The princess tasked us, 4 bards of various different musical and magical flavor, to investigate and understand why these souls are being taken. Our first journey to the Red Kingdom brought us to the delightful cake, the amalgamation of every devil and demon. They were confused as to why they were being recruited to glam rock into death metal, but talent does not let you decide. Sometimes talent calls out to you. And sure enough, Izzy was able to bring them on just by the power of pure grovelly bass, but we were as yet unable to find the way to this glass city. Our journey then led us to the Blue Kingdom, a kingdom divided between 2 different nations. Those of the eternal turf war between fairies and pixies, because even in the afterlife, fairies and pixies will never get along. After sampling the small sprite-like entertainment and hospitality, we were promised by the leader of the fairies, whose name has fallen out of my head, that we would go to meet the dolphin who's in charge of the underwater nation of all of the sea creatures, the merfolks, tritons, and giant sharks, I hope. that live beneath the waves. And with the morning set, our breakfast digested and the doom bed readily equipped, the adventure continues.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much. Yes, the doom bed of which they are speaking is a bed that me as a DM made the mistake of giving Apollo. That you just it's a very small bed, pixie size or fairy size, sorry, and then you press a button and it becomes whatever size you are. They have decided that it is a portable grenade that you throw and then press the button. Because
Apollo's strong.
Everything's fine.
So, we'll see how that works. Maybe don't use it underwater. That might not work well, but we'll see. You have we'll see. You have been filled up with the best foods that you could imagine. However, much to Izzy's chagrin, all of them were covered and filled with edible glitter.
At least it was edible glitter.
That's true. That's true.
All we can ask for.
And the one thing on the table that the fairy said was probably not going to taste the best were these 4 pieces of it's like a little seaweed cake. And she said that unless you had another way to breathe under the water, that these should help you for your journey to the other part of the kingdom.
A very helpful gift. Thank you.
Are the seed cakes also covered in glitter?
No, because they did not.
Well, are we heading out? Where are we going
There.
again?
To the ocean to meet the leader of the water nation.
Yeah, I remember
Part of
something about a
your kingdom.
dolphin.
They were dolphin.
Dolphin. Are we gonna swim or are we gonna take a boat?
Well, the fairy kind of like looks at you and goes, "We don't really have need for boats," and she points at her wings. So we don't really have boats.
I can be a boat.
here.
You can be a boat.
I could be a boat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As
Your
Apollo starts
enthusiasm
doing,
when
like,
it fed knows no bounds. If everyone's ready, we can depart.
yeah, if we're
Well, I'm ready to meet
go.
a dolphin.
Yeah. We can go. Is it far to swim?
Not too far. Once you get further enough down, the guards should be able to find you and bring you to the castle.
When we get, we're like heading straight to the shore, right?
Yeah.
Haha, okay. Once we get there, I'm going to take my bat cloak and I'm going to throw it over the top of me, make some weird noises with it first, going, "Ah!" And then I'm going to polymorph into a whale. If I can.
What?
And then I'm going to try to say
Absolutely.
to you that I am a boat now, but it's going to come out.
She said she's
Please.
a boat now.
Please tell me that she waited until we were at the water.
That is a very important distinction. Did
I
you
am
dig into
like-
water before?
Mostly into the water.
Izzy is going to try to start pushing her into the water. Unsuccessfully, because strength is not my strong suit.
As Apollo comes up behind and starts like pushing for you, like
yeah.
push.
Mhm.
Try to get
Apollo, I
swim.
will remind you that you are now waterproof. She put the little gel on your
Oh, yeah.
fur, and it's now like the spray that makes your shoes waterproof. It was like that, but for Apollo.
Water just drips off and my fur remains magnificent.
Yes. Okay. So you get the whale in the water.
I'm afraid we don't speak whale when it's thread. Just lead us onward.
You want us to get on your back and ride? She wants us to get on top and climb and ride.
We attempt to climb the whale. Who in my head is still bright green.
After a few unsuccessful attempts, you will be able to get on top of the slimy whale.
Careful, Izzy, don't impale our friend now that she's larger.
You know what? This climbing thing isn't working. Dun, 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 dun. And as I start doing so, a pair of bat wings are going to sprout out from my boots and are going to gently lift me up off the ground, and I'm going to land on the back of the whale.
Perfect.
Paul's just going like hardcore up the whale.
Love it. I love it.
Bardcore.
Zumail's going to make what I now realize is still quite a strong play because whales are seaborne mammals, so their tails are flat. So they're just going to walk up the tail. Like,
Yep.
That made a lot more sense.
I can imagine like everybody doing like these wild things to get up on top of the whale, and then Zumail just looks at them, walks to the back, and walks up the tail.
It's the equivalent of everyone jumping the gate and Zumail's just opening the door like it wasn't locked, you know.
This is like a good way to figure out character alignment is how do you climb a whale?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, I guess
anyway,
you just dive underwater.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I'm
where
gonna
do you
take
head?
off wherever. Would I know where to go?
Perfect. So she said the fairy queen said said to go underwater and just keep swimming down at a diagonal, and eventually, the guards, she said, would find you and bring you to the castle.
All right, so I'm going to do that. Now, my intelligence is probably much, much lower now that I'm a whale. I'm not quite sure how polymorph works. If I maintain my own intelligence level.
You do
Pretty
not.
sure you-
No, as a wild shape, you retain your own intelligence
Yes.
level. Polymorph, you do not.
So I'm just gonna start swimming.
As the whale starts swimming, I'm going to remember the seated thing that I was given earlier and jump down on that.
Yeah, Apollo is not going to remember and just be and keep going. Whenever keep going that way as I'm trying to guide Whalefred forward.
Whalefred.
It would probably take us a little longer to get there than it should because Whalefred will definitely swim around the surface, kind of go down under, back up, and
No,
eventually
do
take
things.
direction from the people on my back.
Doing well things. Got it. All right. So you head down. And after you can kind of tell, Winifred, that you're at about 200 feet down. And these sharks, these ginormous sharks, start swimming straight at you.
Oh, good.
And
Do whales swim back at sharks in defense mechanism, or do they swim away? We need a science lesson real quick, guys.
Welcome to whale biology.
Learning about them, you'll have a whale of a time.
Whale, oh whale.
I'm gonna pick up speed and swim right at the sharks.
They look at you and they like almost tilt their heads. Like a shark can't really tilt its head, but it just kind of turns to the side. And they just kind of like separate and let you swim through them. and then wait for you to like turn around and just kind of like swim right there.
Paulo is going to actually let go.
Okay.
Like as we're swimming by the shark, just kind of let go and just kind of try to swim towards the shark.
Absolutely. So you swim towards the shark, and the shark kind of, as much as it can, because sharks can't actually stay in one spot for very long, but is kind of going to stay as stationary in the same area as possible until you get there.
And then Paulo's just gonna like pat its head because Paulo has no idea how to engage with sea creatures.
It like it meets your hand in the pat with its nose area, and then it's going to slowly open its mouth, and on one of its teeth there's a small ring. Actually, there's 4 small rings on one of its teeth, that's glowing magically.
As I'm like, I open my mouth, I'm like, I point at my own teeth and then point at me and then point at it, like, teeth, thing, me, you?
And it like nods its head.
And then
I've definitely turned around and come back at this point too.
Apollo pulls out their shark dentistry degree and removes the rings from the teeth.
The rings aren't like, they're not attached. They're just like, they are just slid on.
So I just slide
Yes.
each one off.
Yes.
And I like hesitantly put one on.
Yeah, so if you put one on one of your teeth, it like shrinks to be snug around one of your teeth, and now you can't take it off. However, now you feel yourself kind of get a little bit of web between your fingers and your toes. And also you get the idea that now the pressure going further downwards won't affect you.
Apollo starts to panic. Immediately
Okay.
with the webbed fingers and toes is just no. I just
Slowly swimming up.
You can talk. You can breathe under the water. You can talk.
So when Apollo starts to freak out and go, whoa,
With all our friends. Slow. The sharks don't appear to want to eat us. That's nice.
I got this from that one. As I hold over one of the rings, it goes on your tooth.
The tooth.
And then Apollo just does that big toothy grin showing, and there's the ring on one of the canines.
As soon as you do the same thing, Zomael, the same thing happens to you.
Strange.
And then Apollo's gonna swim over to Willifred
Mm.
and like gently pat Winifred on like the head. You can come back. This helps.
Mhm. And then Winifred is gonna drop polymorph and begin this like panicked swimming thing.
And then Apollo like just slides the ring onto, just opens mouth like got you, and just slides it on for you.
And it shrinks and is now stuck to your tooth like a little golden ring on one of your teeth. And is now, you can now have a little bit of webbing between your fingers and toes, and now you get the feeling the pressure will not affect you.
Look at this.
Yeah, and I have one for you too.
Do I have to? That's gonna make it very hard to play.
For your teeth?
I mean, I've gotten used to, strumming a very particular way. Fine, screw it. Sure, why not?
It goes in your mouth, friend. I would assume you'd be interested in strange cosmetics and piercings.
Well, try everything once, I say.
And then hands it over.
Put it on, the same thing happens to you.
Look at your fingers.
Let's see if this still works.
The sound is very muted underwater. Yeah.
And then Apollo will turn back to the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Apollo turned back to the sharks and. Which way do we go? Keep going.
They hold out their fins, one to each of you.
You want us to hold on?
This is gonna be a trick. We're gonna reach out and grab their fin, and then they're gonna bite our arms off.
It's okay. If they bite.
We won't bite your arms off.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, forgive us,
Okay.
friends. This is a pleasant surprise. Lead the way, friends.
And then Apollo will just grab
All
on.
right.
And so as soon as one of you grabs each of their fins, they just start swimming straight down. Very fast paced. So it's like it's a lot faster than Whalefred was swimming, and is a lot faster than you get the idea that you could swim even with the webbed fingers. So the webbed fingers actually give you a swim speed of 15 feet currently. So you are able to use that. However, it's not very fast. So they are taking you down straight to this giant coral castle.
think
Dragged to
this
the
is where
Abyss
we're
by
going?
Swimming Death Machine. New song title.
And the shark kind of harumphs when you say death machine, and then as soon as they stop swimming in front of these giant golden gates, and they say, "This is where we stop."
Okie dokie.
Okay, if we stop here, then what do we do now?
You go inside.
We
Oh,
will.
this is where you stop. Oh,
Yes.
I thought we all stop here. Okay.
You go inside. There will be people inside who are expecting your arrival.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you for the assistance and the guidance, friends.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you for the ride. Was
Sorry, I almost ate you.
I assure you, you did not almost eat
Oh, I was
us.
so close. I was this close.
It's the spirit that counts.
Yeah, sure.
With I know we have like a reduced swimming speed, but because I have like an increased walking speed, I technically have an increased swim speed too. Yes.
Yes.
So Apollo's gonna kind of swim over to Winifred and like lean shoulder. I can help you swim faster. You gave us a
Okay.
ride, so.
Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna like grab on.
And you'll feel, since we're underwater, you'll actually feel the dryness of like the fact that I'm waterproof, so you'll feel actually holding on to me instead of like that strange underwater water wet feeling.
This is wild.
And Apollo will swim forward.
And as soon as you reach within 10 feet of the gates just kind of automatically open. And you walk through, or swim through, and you see a scanner type thing that kind of goes over your head, and then stops, goes back over your head, and then disappears, and does that for each one of you. You get the idea. It's probably scanning for the tooth ring.
What's Apollo's intelligence? No, Apollo has no idea. That's the logic behind it. Apollo's just confused.
Yep. This is all right. So,
Did
we
you get
keep
it?
Going?
And Apollo's gonna keep going if there's still space to keep swimming aggressively now. In a loud panic, Apollo swims faster.
Yep, sure. So they
Slow down.
So you swim forward, and you swim into this ginormous city. It's a city made almost completely of this bright white coral with gold adornments. And there are houses with fish inside of them, and sharks and mer people and all of the different underwater creatures that you could imagine. There's something called a moorcoth that swims by. It has a giant beak and a bunch of tentacles, and it looks very strange. But it just kind of looks at you and blinks its eyes and then keeps swimming. And everyone here seems kind of agreeable, you'd think. Just kind of seeing you, not really surprised, not really not expecting it. And as soon as you all swim through the gates will close, and there will be a small golden ripple that covers a dome over the entire city.
Oh.
And you don't really know exactly where you're going. However, there is a giant golden castle that's in front of you. So you get the idea that you're kind of supposed to be going to the castle.
Apollo's fur being blue right now, Apollo will just swim full force towards the golden castle. Still in a mild panic because Apollo has never met this many sea creatures and does not do water well.
Fair enough.
And Izzy is breathing heavily, trying to keep up.
So is Jamael. You have to appreciate their energy.
As Apollo just stroke, 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 go, 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 go.
This is why I knew they were a good pick for the drummer.
The upper body strength.
Yes.
I just imagine we come in like this screaming horde of chaos up to this castle.
Oh yeah.
Whoever's
absolutely.
like kind of watching out is like, whew, really concerned.
So as soon as you reach the castle, there are these two dolphins swimming outside of the castle door, but are like their fins at the very ends of them. Instead of being the ends of the fins, they're like spearheads.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use primal savagery to growl at them as we approach. Just as like I see their weapons.
Well, it's okay. These aren't for you. I mean, if you got in here at least easily, they shouldn't be for you.
And Apollo responds with a snarl, assuming that Winifred did it. Apollo's like, got it, we're snarling.
So,
But still aggro swimming.
Yep.
Okay.
So Izzy and Zumael, you swim up to this situation where both Apollo and Winifred are growling and snarling at these two dolphin guards, who are not just kind of like swimming there, very confused.
Did so wait, are y'all still moving or did you stop?
I think we kept. Apollo has not stopped. Apollo's like trying to go further.
They will, as soon as you try and go further, they will cross their arms and the spear, or the fins, and the spearheads across the door.
The moment that they hit the brakes, Izzy is not paying attention to where he's going whatsoever. It is going to collide from behind.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
about right.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
And Apollo's like, hard stop, and you're just like, smack.
If there was a ground to fall back on, that would have fallen back on it.
Zumail sort of beside Izzy, so they just sort of like slow up a bit, still hearing the growling sort of like reverberating through the water. Is everyone all right? This is a very aggressive air that I was not prepared for.
When it started snarling, so I thought
They have weapons for fingers.
Oh, are we being threatening right now? All right, we'll be threatening right now.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you need to be threatening right now.
We
Now,
don't
mind
have
you-
fingers regularly.
Yes, consider the. No, Izzy, go.
Izzy is putting on his most intimidating face possible while currently swimming upside down.
Hair floating
Yeah, yes.
downward.
Just looking absolutely ridiculous.
we were supposed to talk to Dolphin. Are you the dolphin with the stuff?
Very nondescript description. However, no, I doubt we are the dolphins you are supposed to talk to.
This is not the purpose you were looking for.
Well, we're supposed to talk to the dolphin, but you're not letting us talk to the dolphin, so now I'm confused.
We seek an audience with the dolphin that presides over this land, because we hope you are the guards that are going to be nice enough to hopefully look past anger.
Paul's fur turns brown.
Seeing so as soon as you stop growling and snarling and trying to be intimidating towards them, Zumael, they take a look at you and they see the crystal necklace around your neck. And they say, oh, you're here from the princess. Oh, absolutely. You should have just said that. And they uncross their arms, and as soon as the X is uncrossed, the doors kind of float open.
And Apollo aggressively swims.
I was gonna say, can we bust in? Like Apollo and I were just gonna like.
So you're saying all we had to do was communicate.
But we're supposed to. Okay.
Forgive our friends. They're very enthusiastic.
I can see that. We're kind of supposed to announce you. However, and they look inside, I don't think we're gonna get the chance to do that right now.
Apollo's like,
Well, if we're getting a formal announcement, then I suppose I could maybe, stick behind and wait for that.
Yes, we will wait for your formal announcement. It's custom, I presume.
Well, yes, but you need to come with us, and then we'll go. But your friends are probably gonna ruin it.
Apollo, Winifred, they mean us no harm. Please come back.
We're about to get a formal announcement. Don't take this away from us.
Maybe we should go back.
Apollo's like swimming so fast that tries to stop, but like barrel rolls slightly in the water and just kind of is like now upside down, staring up back at you guys. Oh, I thought we were still swimming. I don't want to be in the water.
Let's go back, and they're gonna announce us, and then we should greet them the way they greeted us.
And I pull out 2 daggers. I'm just like sitting on the back of Apollo, daggers out.
Apollo's like, oh, okay. Reaches into the side pouches and pulls out the 2 javelins and starts swimming back to everyone with a javelin in each hand.
No, please do not. No, let's.
Friends, why are the white blades out?
Winifred said we should do the thing they did, so I'm ready to make my. And I just put the javelin in an X formation.
Same with the daggers.
This is how we were made. These we didn't even have fingers. This is just the ends of our fins, so we could guard the palace and guard the.
We will help you with the guard.
But
wait, are you saying that you were born with those spears and spikes?
No, we were created.
By who?
So many questions.
The creator?
The creator.
The Dolphin Princess?
No.
Oh.
Angel?
They're also made out of crystal.
And I'm gonna tap them.
They're like, ow! No, we're not made out of crystal.
They don't feel crystally.
We were made by the princess.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna put these away. Slide the
Please.
tablets
Be
back
impressed.
into pouches.
The princess is much more metal than I anticipated.
Well, we came here, and we first came as crystal animals, but then we didn't have our fins because it's a long backstory. But then she gave us these, and we came here, and now we guard the castle.
Well, I have to say, I absolutely adore your decorum.
Well, thank you.
And your steadfast diligence guarding this gate is noble. Do you enjoy doing that?
I mean, I don't really know anything else, but it's fun because we're not alone, and we get to see all the people and
I suppose you
things.
did.
That's what
Yes, I
we
suppose you
asked.
must meet a lot of people, or everyone who comes and goes into the castle.
Yes.
If you'd like, you can announce us then.
Yes, please do. Oh, hang on. Let me make myself presentable. There we go. All right, now I'm ready to be announced.
Before we're announced, I'm gonna lean over to Eddie and be like,
So it sounds like if we like come without a limb, we get like a weapon limb.
No amputations unless you need to.
You're no fun.
I literally saw the light bulb above Izzy's head.
If the arm is good enough, why get rid of it? It's a blessing from your maker.
I
Yes?
look at the dolphins and I point to their like sword fins and I'm like,
I am gesturing wildly here.
I mean, but Winifred, like, I like your arms.
Okay, fine.
And
Let's
Eddie,
do the
consider
announcement.
And Eddie, consider how well you're able to shred with only one arm.
Oh, that's a good point. Oof, yeah, I can't. Well, okay,
You
fine.
might
You got me
literally
there.
you might literally shred your guitar.
And we can't have that.
No. We can't deprive the world of that. Absolutely not.
I'm ready to meet the princess so we can figure this out, so we can get out of the water, because it's a lot of water. It's a lot of water.
All right,
So-
let's go be announced formally. Oh,
So-
and Izzy is going to as they're going in, ready a prestidigitation for himself for when he is formally announced.
All right. So, as soon as they're gonna walk like up this small set of stairs to a little platform-esque type thing, they're going to swim up. I forgot there were dolphins for a second.
Definitely walking. The little flipper
And
stepping on
about in the
stairs.
back of their
That would
fence,
bring
all
up
like
so many questions.
And they swim up the stairs, and their tails open the doors in front of them, and they announce you each by full name and sent by the princess. Now, you didn't introduce yourselves when you came to the doors. So I'm not really sure how they know your full names. Like, they said first, middle, and last name, and any like suffix or prefixes that you have.
They said Apollo's middle name too?
Yeah.
Apollo pulls out a javelin.
They look very startled.
So just
So
out
does
of-
Apollo.
Just out of curiosity, did they announce the names that we are currently represented by, or did they announce birth names?
They announced names that you're currently represented by.
Okay, cool.
Yes, they did. They did preferred pronouns and names that your chosen names.
Oh, good, because Izzy got very concerned for a moment that there was about to be a very different name announced.
No, chosen
Yeah.
names were announced.
So yeah,
Excellent.
Apollo has a javelin in hand, and her fur is like a crimson red.
Upon Izzy's name being announced, Izzy is going to, whether this works or not, cast Preservation on himself to just shoot out just a blast of water around himself. Just
Sure. It doesn't work as well as you want it to because you are still in water. So it just kind of goes like a ring of bubbles
Like,
around you.
Like a fart.
Izzy owns it. You know what? That was epic, and I'm owning it.
That was a
Nice.
bubble blast.
It popped.
Who else is in this room?
And it's the only person that's in this room is this ginormous dolphin. Like the dolphin is like 4 times the size of a regular dolphin. And
That's
like
a
the
big
size
fish.
of the whale that Winifred was earlier. And it's kind of just swimming around the room.
Apollo's
And it's
very
by
defensive.
themselves in here.
Apollo's still defensive, like staring at whichever dolphin said their full name, including their middle name. Like, not ready to throw it, but like definitely the like more feral look is appearing on their face, looking at the dolphin.
Apollo, it's okay. I'm
After-
gonna scritch.
Yeah, as soon as like they're done announcing people, they're both gonna like look at you and like they're gonna have like these grins on their faces, and then as soon as the one who announced Apollo looks at Apollo, they're gonna like get really wide-eyed and just swim straight out of the room.
And Winifred scratches has turned the red to at least like a soft red, almost pink. And it's less
Okay.
feral, but definitely still.
You
Got
gotta
it.
be careful because this thing is really, really big and it could eat us really, really fast.
I've been eaten before.
One, I have questions, and 2, I can't decide whether or not being eaten by a dolphin is the most epic thing I've ever heard of.
Yes, because one imagines dolphins to be so gentle and calm. In truth, they are much less so. But I think there are more terrifying things to be eaten by. This
I
is
like
not a
to think-
challenge. This is not a
I like
challenge.
to think we're having this conversation right in front
Yes,
of
we're
the
recording.
princess,
Yeah.
like
Yes,
out
this is all
loud.
in character, talking about dolphin and dolphin behavior.
And the dolphin is just looking at you. Like while you're having this conversation, he's just kind of sitting there.
I want to get out of the water. I want to get out of the water.
3 things.
Big dolphin.
Do you want to get out of the water?
Yes,
My
just
friend is very anxious and under the water, I believe.
He like swims to the table in front of him and like nose pushes a button, and Apollo, you feel like this rushing of air, and there's now a box around you, but there's no longer any water inside of it. There's plenty of oxygen, and you are no longer inside the water.
Smack, 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 smack.
no more water. No more water.
Apollo's in a box. Guys,
And if you walk, the box moves with you.
Am I still webbed then? In
Yes.
this air box?
Oh yeah.
This is all kinds of
I-
uncomfortable.
I reach into the box.
You cannot reach into the box.
But it's solid.
That poses a problem.
That's much better. Oh, no water.
Well, at least Apollo may now practice their mime act.
as I try to touch the edge of the box, like, oh, box. Box. No, no, Big Dolphin, we need the City of Glass. We need help.
What did we come here for?
We were going to ask more questions about the City of Glass. They've lost any underwater denizens or any ways to access it or to locate it.
So we were told you might have some information.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what information you've been told and what you already know, but I can tell you what I know.
Please, those would be of great help to us.
Well, I will say that I have heard from some of the other people of the kingdoms that almost every kingdom has lost people to this city of glass.
Mostly creatives, if we understood correctly.
Correct. The only kingdom that has not lost any is mine. And
They
why?
didn't take any of your dolphin swords?
No, they have not.
Oh,
None of your underwater citizens, because talk from the fairies have said that some of the fairies have been taken, or have been tried to have been taken.
Yes, and I believe they're taking all of the creatures that can survive in warmer temperatures and without water. I'm not quite sure if they really have a place for the people of my gate.
Air breathers only.
That's the idea, anyway.
So Winifred is pulling out her notebook to make notes. Is it just getting destroyed by water?
No, actually.
Very cool.
So I pull out my little black leather tome and I'm just like writing things in.
Warmer temperatures. No water.
Air breathers only.
Air breathers only.
Seems a little exclusive.
I have also heard that there was one person who escaped the City of Glass.
Really?
Yes. And it's only a rumor. I'm not quite sure if it's actually true, but that is what I've heard.
Do you know which kingdom they happen to be from?
I believe they are from the Yellow Kingdom. But I don't think they're there now.
You know where they are now?
The rumor is that they are currently in the Purple Kingdom.
someone from Yellow is in Purple.
Yes.
Purple is where we wanted to go because it was the end and we thought maybe that's where the secret door was, right?
That was my idea. I did a smart.
You always have a body.
Should we?
All turns blue.
Oh,
We should go there next, right?
Yeah, it seems like it'd be an ideal stop. I mean, it's a shame. I really wanted to visit the Yellow Kingdom, but if Purple's our destination, then there's no sense, making extra stops we don't need.
Do you know what kind of person it was?
I don't know for sure. Because obviously I don't know any of this is 100% true. I have not been outside of my kingdom in a very long time. Some people come to visit me from other kingdoms, specifically their rulers or guides. But I don't typically leave. And most of the people in my kingdom do not either. So I don't know if any of this is actually 100% the truth. However, I've heard that it is some sort of creature that is not humanoid. It is small. and somehow made of electricity.
We have to follow electricity in a land of not lightning.
Which they think is how they were able to escape the city of glass. It's through an exit that didn't necessarily block the electricity.
So they discovered a shocking revelation.
Honey, we could make you into electricity.
Well, you know, I'm always good for a good shock and a good buzz now and then.
Let's try this. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm game for this.
We need to be direct and current with our investigations.
Yes, and if there's anything that I can do to help, let me know. Here, and he hands each of you a conch shell. He says,
Otlo tries to nibble.
well, it's not very tasty. Do you want some food?
I thought you were giving me food. I thought that I want food. I just thought.
Oh no, it's something that if you need to come back here or to get a hold of me, if you talk into it, I will be able to hear it. If you listen, I will be able to talk. And if you break it, you will immediately come back here.
I can hear the ocean in it.
You are underwater.
You can hear the ocean underwater?
Yeah. It sounds like I'm underwater in the
You are.
ocean.
Dolphin, do you happen to have doors down here? I don't want to have to swim all the way back.
Doors to the other kingdoms?
That's right, yes.
Yes, I do. Both parts of the Blue Kingdom have doors.
I think we need to be quick.
Sure. And he motions for you to follow
All
I'll
right.
move with this box.
him. You follow
We
him
follow.
up the set of stairs that really seems very useless because
Underwater?
yeah.
They're very useful because it's the only way I'm working through this.
I think
Yes.
again
Typically-
Definitely walk up the stairs.
I was going to easy mode this and just going to sort of either perch or just hang on to a corner of Apollo's airbox and just sort of let it drag them through the water.
Absolutely. Perfect. So you either swim, walk, climb, or are dragged up these stairs. And this dolphin leads you into this room that is basically barren except for 6 doors. And then there's one spot in the middle where there should be a door, but there is not.
Which color is missing?
None of them.
You only have 6 doors, but there's a spot for a door.
Yes, that's where the crystal door appears. If I ever need to go to the crystal castle, or if I'm ever called to the crystal castle. Usually the princess comes here, but if for some reason I'm called there, that's how I know I'm called there, is when the door appears.
Apollo's going to approach where that door would be and just kind of do a sniff, also a sense. Do I get the feeling there's ever been a shroud similar to what was lingering around us over there?
No, actually. You haven't noticed any of them since coming down here. you've not noticed or sensed any shrouds underwater.
So, how does this work when you go to the Crystal Castle? You mentioned earlier you don't usually leave here.
Yes, I use one of those, and he points at the box that Apollo is currently using, but reversed.
Oh, well, that's handy.
Yeah, works very well. But it takes a lot of energy to cast it in reverse, so that's why I don't use it very often.
I think it's time to go.
Right before we step through the purple door, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's what it
I am
sounds like.
going to get really close to the princess, and I would like to insight check her.
Who?
The princess,
Oh.
right? Who told us about the door?
Oh,
Was it the princess?
it's him.
The dolphin prince lord
Yes,
friend.
it is.
Yeah, the
a-
princess they were
it's
talking
a-
about was the other princess.
Prince. Got it. I'm gonna insight check him.
No worries. I was just very confused there for a second. I was like, what? Very little late for that.
With, if that's okay.
yes,
um,
absolutely.
Also modified 20.
Sure. He has
Just want to know
seen-
if the door's like the door thing is true specifically.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The door thing is true. You get the idea that if the crystalline door was down at this pressure for very long, it would probably shatter. So
Seems on the up and up. All right, guys, let's go.
Yeah, Apollo has already opened the door because Apollo didn't realize we weren't going through the door yet.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
fair.
Apollo was like, yeah, we're going through. Got it.
Oh no, you're not getting away again!
It was like a 2-second insight check, so right behind you.
Apollo runs through. Izzy like dives after him.
Where'd everybody go? Oh, there's everybody.
Zamel just very politely sort of goes, and then closes the door behind, then opens the door and lets Winifred scuttle on it, and then closes the door.
Yes, absolutely. So that all happens, and you walk through the same feeling of energy, just the purple feeling, violet, that you have walked through when you went through the different colors. So you end up, and you kind of land as soon as you finish walking through the energy, and it makes this loud metal clang.
And,
And the-
hearing that, Izzy's instantly gonna pull out his axe and test his sound once more to see if he's got it back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It actually sounds a bit more, ironically enough, metal, because it bounces off, and you can look around, and everything here is made out of some sort of metal.
The land
Knock, knock, knock.
Apollo,
Bang, bang, bang.
yeah, Apollo's gonna start panicking ever so slightly. Metal prevents Apollo from being able to. Everything's gonna smell like metal and feel like metal.
And then you continue to look around, and you see everyone here is about 2 times larger than you are, and are all constructs. So you've got the large golems, you've got robots, you've got a lot of different types of constructs here.
Oh,
Did you
my.
say robots?
Yes.
Very cool.
Oh, that's metal. Literally
Exactly.
so.
It's a lot of There's no grass. There's no trees. It's all metal. Okay.
But Apollo, think of the acoustics. And Izzy's gonna stomp one boot on the ground.
It like ripples up the couple of buildings next to you.
And Apollo like kind of covers their ears because of the amount of reverberation from the metal. Too loud, too loud, too loud.
Apollo, try making music with Eddie.
Think of how your booms will bounce here. But be gentle, be soft. Don't
You could like
You
do
would-
it really, really quiet, and it would sound really cool.
Do, dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 Apollo will start to turn a bit pink. Fur will turn a glistening pink. Okay.
You feel better now, friend?
It's not as loud. It's not as loud here. Okay.
Come
We
on,
need to
let's
find.
get a move on.
We gotta
Onwards.
find electric one. Okay.
So, where are you headed?
I'm gonna pull out a chicken skull from my side bag, and I'm gonna be like,
Tell us where we need to go.
Okay. What is this chicken skull? Is it just like a regular chicken
"Oh, it's
skull?
just a chicken skull." Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to reach down and just sort of like turn the chicken skull to sort of like point that way down a long street.
It worked. It always works. Let's go.
Apollo is going to, now that they're calm, is going to trigger their magic awareness to sense the location of any magic within 60 feet, but will precisely be trying to look for anything related to the shrouds now.
Absolutely. So, because everything here is a construct, everything is kind of pinging on your radar. However, it's very muted, as if the person who created the kingdom knew that anyone who sensed magic would sense the entire kingdom, and so they kind of muted it a bit.
So no sensory overload.
Correct. So you do sense a shroud or two here and there. However, it is a lot less frequent as it has been in other kingdoms.
With Apollo still being calm, Apollo's also going to try to find any trace of potentially electricity.
So with your magic awareness, you actually are able to see almost a path of these bright yellow electric magic lines kind of bouncing back and forth between a couple of buildings.
So Apollo's going to like almost dampen all other senses, and everyone will see like Apollo kind of get to fours and become more into the wolf nature of the dog, as all the senses but the magic sense is focused on this yellow trail and will just chase it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
felt like that was I felt like the motion, just like visually in my head, I just imagined Apollo sort of like as a cat when the cat looks up
Yeah,
at nothing.
and then
Yeah,
zoomies.
that was what they were doing.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Apollo basically did that cat stare, and then the zoomie chase.
Onwards.
Well, I'm not walking anymore, and my bat wings are going to exude from my boots again, and I'm just going to start strumming and following along, floating through the air.
Okay. The rest of you just walking around?
Following
Alright.
trail. Well,
Yeah.
following Apollo.
And Apollo's also going to like stop for a moment, turn back, kind of go near Winfred, kind of like buck her up over onto like his neck area while he's on his fort, and then keep on this path of trail.
She's happy.
All right, so the rest of you are following them. And Apollo, after about 5 minutes of following this trail, it abruptly stops. You are currently at the dead end of an alleyway in between two very large buildings.
It's like a dead stop, not like it kind of trails behind the wall. It just literally vanishes, or does it like go
Correct.
into a wall and disappear?
It just stops. Like you can't sense it anymore.
and then Apollo will like literally skirt stop and like kind of tumble ever so slightly.
Winifred goes over the top. Definitely smashes into something.
Ah!
Fortunately, flying overhead, so going to overshoot and then slowly backtrack.
Not running into Apollo this time.
Not running into Apollo this time.
And Apollo's
What
going to stand
happened?
up and like deferalize a little more, going to more humanoid. It's gone. It's gone. Where'd it go? It's gone. It's gone.
What's gone, friend? Were you following the energy?
It was
Were you
yellow.
following something?
I was following
Ah.
the color yellow. It was here, but it's gone. It stops here. I don't know where it went.
They go up?
It just it stops. It's gone. As the fur starts to turn like a dark
It's
black.
It's okay, friends. You brought us you made a good headway. You brought us here.
Anything stand out about our current location?
No, that's the strange thing. It is probably the most nondescript location you've seen this entire time.
Can we check around like the floor, like the ground and
Floor and
stuff
the
to see if
back
like
wall.
it might have gone like down or up or
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Anyone who is looking.
Yeah, Apollo is currently sitting down.
I have
That
an
took a lot to
advantage.
do that running.
And Izzy is going to be tapping the bottom, which would actually end up being normally the top of his axe against the ground, just banging around trying to see if he finds anything.
Winifred is down on the ground. She's pulled out some more bones and things and kind of tossed them on the ground and is like looking around trying to read like if they're going to give her any information. And her highest on an advantage for investigation because of a magic item was an 18.
Okay. All right. So you kind of are like looking around and you accidentally brush up against one of the buildings. And most of your hair stands on like straight up.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Shocking.
What'd you find?
My hair does funny things here.
Whatever it is that Winifred just touched to make this happen, Izzy touches it.
The same thing happens to you.
Zumail's investigation led them sort of towards the back wall, so naturally they just sort of like skirt along the side and then just go dink.
And Apollo starts to feel left out and goes and like bites on it.
All of your fur stands on end. So now you are just a very floofy Apollo.
Maximum floof.
We try a pet and then we go static.
Yeah. It's very static.
I wonder what this will do for my sound. And Izzy's going to grab their axe and start playing it while also trying to touch this thing at the same time, seeing if it does
So-
anything.
You do that, and little bits of electricity kind of fly off your axe while you're doing it.
Did Apollo notice any other like during that run? Like, is the city also electricity filled or is it not naturally? It's just
Not actually. And are you still sitting on the ground?
yeah, Apollo's on the ground.
Okay. So while Izzy is playing his guitar and Zumael and Winifred are messing with their hair, you hear this little bzz, bzz, bzz. And if you look around, you see this little itty bitty lightning bolt that's about a foot tall. And like it bounces over to you. And it goes zzz, zzz.
It's you. Are you okay?
Who are you talking to?
And
And it like vanishes.
no, it's okay. We're not here we're here to help. I know you and got taken, but we're here to help.
And all of you see the electricity that was coming from your axe, Izzy, and the electricity from the walls kind of comes together and forms this same uh, lightning bolt, and it's kind of like floating in front of you all.
Hi, friend.
Look, it's a cute little lightning bolt.
Very brave lightning bolts if they are who I think they are.
I'm using my magic awareness. Is there a shroud around them?
There is. There's a very dark one.
Hold on. Zumail,
Yes, friend. Yes, I can.
can
I
you
can.
heal? Yeah, heal it. I can see the shroud on it.
Talking directly to the lightning bolt. Friends, the energy of the glass is still on you. If you let me, I can remove it from you.
It like buzzes at you again and like hops towards you.
Oh,
Means
that's so
yes.
cute.
Everyone else, take a step back. We
Oh.
may not know how the fallout will go. And I cast a lesser restoration to hopefully pull the shroud away from them.
Absolutely. So the same thing happens when you got rid of your shrouds. However, this one is also electricity filled, and it explodes. But the electricity kind of fries the glass, and all of the sorry, there's something outside my window. All of the glass is sitting on the ground, blackened and slightly on fire somehow, but it didn't hurt any of you.
Do you feel better, little friend?
Bzz, bzz, bzz.
You're free now.
It like Zumael, it like snuggles up against your neck, and your hair stands on end again, but it doesn't hurt.
Then
It's their friend. You're free now.
I
I'm
have.
gonna try something. I'm gonna use comprehend languages.
Oh,
You what?
Comprehend languages.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Friend, do you have a name?
The rest of you here just bzz, bzz. But my name is Ollie.
Hey, Ali, I'm Apollo. I'm glad you're okay. That you got away. His name is Ollie.
Very
that's
nice.
the cutest name in the whole world.
I want to help. Ollie, I know you got away. Do you happen to know how to get back into the city of glass? I don't want you to go, but we want to stop them. But we need to know how to get in.
It's somewhere here. I don't remember exactly where. I kind of just kept running and running and running and running until I came here, and nobody really comes here in this spot, and so this is just kind of where I stayed for most of the time, and unless I need to get energy to feed.
If you can try to take us back a little bit where you know, and you can stay with me, and pulls out my metal javelin. If you want, you can stay in here, and I can do magic stuff to animate it, and hopefully it can give you more juice.
I mean, I want to, but I they said that they were gonna find me.
They can't now. We took it away. They can't. Zamayo removed it. They can't find you at all any now.
But I can't go home. They're gonna find my parents.
If you help, we can stop them and make sure that you safe, your family safe, your friends. We want to help everyone. And
She's keeping them all there.
at the city of glass,
Yeah.
well, I'm really strong, and you see like Apollo's furs kind of changing and shifting colors, and I will help. I will free them. I will protect. I'm strong. I'm big. I can do this.
Okay. And he like hops over to you, Apollo.
Actually, if you want, this is my special drum, and Apollo points to their shield, which has the percussion on it. Um, it's made of metal, so like if you want to hang out with me, you can hang out around this, and anywhere we can find more energy, you can take some of that, and you can stay with me until we get your family.
You can't really see it, obviously, because it's just a lightning bolt. But he ponders it for a second, and then he like bends in half and nods, and then will like separate into energy fragments and fly into your shield. Is there an emblem on your shield?
There is. There's a. It's mostly scratches that I like literally embolden myself, and there I scratch the symbol of what looks like musical notes.
Absolutely. So he surrounds the emblem on the shield, and so now you can feel this like ring of electricity on your shield.
Ali, I got you. We're gonna go help everyone, especially your family. We're gonna try to find a way, and just at any point you think of something that can help, just give me a bolt.
So I couldn't really understand anything that was just being said there. All I could really hear was, and Izzy's face is going to change to mimic the electricity friend, and then change back to normal. So, do we have a destination?
Oh, I forget. Sometimes I can talk to random things. Not really, but yes. The door to the city of glass is here. It's, but Ollie doesn't know specifically where. But Ollie's parents are in the city of glass. They have Ollie's family, and we have to free Ollie's family.
The lollies
Ollie,
that they are very brave, and that we will free everyone. As I'm sure you promised.
I told him we will save everyone. I have to. A promise is a promise is a promise.
Well, there's nothing
So-
more metal than freedom, so let's go get it.
So you will actually get the idea that Ollie can understand all of you. So Ollie knows what's being said.
Okay.
He just can't communicate back besides with, unless you somehow understand Morse code or lightning language, because he speaks in a version of Morse code.
Oh, Apollo knows Morse code.
And Izzy is going to change their face once more to turn into a representation of our little electric friend and just say bzz, 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 and then turn back to normal.
You don't get a response.
So, if we just follow the trail back a bit, following the energy where Ollie kind of came from, hopefully Ollie can point us from there. But if not, we at least know it's somewhere here. I also think if we follow the shroud, if we find spots where it sits, I might be able to follow the the scent.
Well, unless there's any objections here, I'd say lead on, friend.
It is a strong start. We know where we are going.
We're gonna follow you, Apollo.
Blue fur starts once more kind of going down to the fours with a slight more feral look, the dog style, activates another magic awareness and kind of follows the trail back, trying to find anywhere where that dark energy might be and try to lean that way.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you follow you follow this kind of yellow, faint yellow path energy. And it's sort of leading you directly to the center of the city. And then as you start to approach the center of the city, you hear this very loud stomp, 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 stomp. And it sounds like it's heading straight for you.
Looking around to see if there's a foot that's making the noises.
Also, if there's anybody else around us in general, like other construct civilians.
There definitely is quite a few people that are around here.
They reacting to the stomps?
They are not, actually. They seem to be kind of used to the loudness and the weight and effect that the people around them have on the ground.
Makes sense.
But it just keeps getting louder and louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, right above you, there is this ginormous mechanical scorpion. And this mechanical scorpion looks to be made of some sort of purple glass. Standing directly next to the scorpion is this large suit of armor. And the scorpion is going to try and sting Apollo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's an Urta. I'm gonna cast True Strike. Can I cast True Strike real quick?
Yeah.
To figure out so it gives me a brief insight into their defenses, and then I'll get advantage on first attack roll against the target.
Like once I would get eyes on this glass thing, my feral nature will kick in and I will go full large scale beast, 10-foot tall, rainbow furred, lichen-esque Apollo.
You know, it's very hard to keep track of you when you keep changing size like this.
So Winifred, you cast True Strike. Are you casting it on the large? Actually, the size category of the scorpion is huge. So the huge scorpion thing, or the suit of armor.
The thing making an aggressive move towards Apollo.
So the scorpion thing. Got it. So you get the idea, and it's specifically defenses, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you can guess that one, don't do lightning damage to it.
Those.
Okay.
Also, it is immune to poison and force damage.
Ooh.
And it is resistant to any non-magical attacks. As well as it cannot be
that.
as well as it cannot be charmed.
Dang it. Okay. It's like my whole thing. So I True Strike and I go,
don't use any lightning on it. Or poison or force. Use magic, lots of magic.
Thank you, Winifred.
And upon hearing that, can I make an attack if possible?
Yes. You can attack it while it is attacking you if you would like to.
Beautiful. So I'm going to, I've been holding on to this. I reach into my pouch and I throw this small, fairy-sized bed as I will use animate object, my ability as a bard, while double pressing the button, making this small bed that I threw at maximum force of my 21 strength that now grows to the size of a normal bed for a 6-7 foot tall wolf-like creature that is now animated and magical.
It grows to a full-size bed for whatever size you are currently.
Oh, that means it turns to this 10-foot tall behemoth of 300 plus pounds of raw muscle? Yeah. That's a bed.
It's like a king-sized bed.
That's a California king. That's even worse.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to quantify the damage on this.
Sure. I feel like
roll for bed damage.
Just roll for best damage.
How much damage does Night Knight do?
First of all, this is definitely going to be magical bludgeoning damage.
Yes, because it is now a dancing item.
Correct. Plus, it's a fairy bed, so like, how can a fairy bed not be magical, right?
This is also true.
So I don't even know how to quantify this.
Me too.
Do like, I don't know how to.
Because I'm throwing it hard and far.
Do like a D6 per bed size. So like
twin, full, queen, king.
You said California king. Somebody said California king.
So you've got 5.
5d6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh wait, what about like crib mattresses? They're smaller than twin.
Sure, you can do 6. You can do 66 plus your strength twice.
Okay. Do I also go to add the damage that it can do when it attacks?
Absolutely.
So that's also a d10. 66 plus that plus that. That's a lot of dice. And then plus my strength, though, that is going to be 43 points of magical bludgeoning damage as this bed is just yeeted at this scorpion.
Amazing.
I feel like Zumael is also making the faces that Adam is currently making.
Zumael's like, did Apollo just yeet the bed at a... All right.
It's because Zumael was this close to like offering a prayer of guidance, bardic inspiration, but no, it just flew at full force. Be like crunch.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so the scorpion, like, you dented the scorpion. You're not really sure how you dented the scorpion, but you did. And it is going to try and sting you.
Got it. And then after it stings me, my wild magic rage would kick in, since I know it's all kind of stacking at the same time, but it would probably happen after I get hit.
Correct.
You roll initiative.
Really after the
yes, please roll initiative. Okay, cool. It's gonna try and attack you. I feel like it's probably not gonna be alive.
As it does, Zumael will just simply shout, "You will not harm the chosen of the sun," and all cutting words.
Okay.
So that's my insp dice is a D8, I think. Should be pretty sure.
So, yes, you can absolutely do that. I want you to choose which attack cutting words, because it's actually
so it's
going to claw and sting. And the claw is an 18 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay. And the Sting is a 24 to hit.
The 24 will hit.
This is the one that I will attempt to cutting once.
Perfect.
The 3 on the D10.
So does a 21 still hit you?
It doesn't, because my rage activated my multicolored protection, so I'm radiating rainbow light. Me and all my allies within 10 feet get a +1 to their AC.
Well,
Hashtag wild magic.
that's good for you, not good for the scorpion. The scorpion just got hit with a bed and could not sting the giant monster that just threw the bed at it.
To that end, I actually have a question. Is the bed okay?
Yes, the funny enough, because of the bed, it has the ability to resist dance plus mutable form, and that's actually its attack. It's a force-powered slam.
Also, the bed can't be physically destroyed. It can be magically destroyed, but it cannot be physically destroyed.
So this is the ultimate companion, a bed.
I created a monster. Got it. Okay. Initiative. Apollo.
17.
Okay. Izzy.
13.
Okay. Zumael
21.
and Winifred.
I also got 17, but I'll just go with 16.
Okay. Sounds good. So that means Zumael, you get to go first.
A very long and very ornate sounding prayer invoking the beams of light from the heavens slowly comes down as Zumail swirls their hands, and over them you see rings and runes and circles form as a column of sunlight descends down onto the scorpion and the suit of armor as they cast Dawn.
Okay.
There'll be just a 5th level. They both need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Just a fifth level.
Yes.
So the scorpion got a 3. Oh, +7, so 10. Sure.
My save DC is 15.
The armor did get a 20, dirty 20 though. So
Okay. So the scorpion's going to take 40, 10 radiant. The other ones, the suit of armor is going to take half that, but it's concentration. So there is going to be a beam of arcing bright white sunlight beating down on them for the next minute.
great, cool.
40, 10 radiant. All right. 23 radiant, and then halved for the suit of armor.
Okay. Ow. Yeah. The suit of armor is fine,
Okay.
but the whatchamacallit, the scorpion thing is not looking good. And it's very it's like bent in half, kind of like it's obviously not actually bent in half, but it looks like it. Like it's not doing good. Okay, so that means it is the scorpion's turn because they rolled very high on initiative. And they're going to try and go after Zumael. However, you do hear more stomping. And a second one comes into view behind Izzy.
Ah!
And will try and attack Izzy.
The one going for Zumail, that means it's walking away from where it was standing.
It's a huge creature. So it is able to reach Zumael as well as Apollo.
Got it. Okay.
No opportunities, but good touch.
I'm just saying my bed is over there. I was like, my bed ready. My bed's got 2 pillows just ready.
Now's not the time to nap.
It's gonna make the scorpion take a nap. So there will be 2 claw attacks and 1 sting attack coming at you, Zumael. Although I don't think a 9 will hit you for a claw. But a 21.
I think even my +1 ain't gonna help that.
And then a 23.
Let the ouchies begin.
Okay. So you take for the claw's gonna grab you, and you are grappled. I roll minimum damage on that. You are grappled in one of its claws, and you take 5 bludgeoning damage from being grappled.
Okay.
Because-
I have Warcaster, so my concentration checks have advantage. Just to keep the sunbeam going, the dawn going. Yeah, that's a 9. No, it's a 9, so I still hold that, but I don't want my odds. Okay, so then the tail attack, then the stinging attack.
Sting attack. You are going to take 9 piercing.
Okay.
Plus 13 lightning. As you feel your body just like feel static electricity go through your entire body. Instead of it doing poison, it does lightning damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that
So
is
what was the damage total on that second attack for concentrations?
9 plus
Plus 13 is 20.
So halved is you only have to get to a 10.
Okay. Okay, cool. Natural 12 on the lowest dice. So the dawn is still going, and
Right.
since it's a huge creature and it didn't really move that far, it ended its turn in the circle of sunlight.
Correct.
So it and the suit of armor both need to make their Constitution saves again.
The suit of armor has
The suit of armor doesn't because it hasn't ended its turn in that spot, so it's just the scorpion.
correct. But the other scorpion will.
Oh, because it walks into the light.
Yeah. Neither of them make it.
Wow.
Because my dice hate me, apparently.
Both of those are going to take a 17 radiant.
Okay. Cool. You have done exactly the amount of damage to kill the first scorpion creature that was grappling you. And you are dropped to the ground, but you don't take 2 damage. So, but you are now on the ground, no longer grappled, and there is a giant metal and glass scorpion next to you.
To shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
Izzy, however, you are going to get attacked by this giant scorpion next to you.
Ah!
So my lowest is a 17.
The lowest is a 17. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Keep in mind, you have a +1 to your AC. I don't know if that
Oh,
helps.
well, that still matches. So this is still gonna hurt.
Ooh, I tried.
So, okay. The first hit is going to do 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ah!
The second hit is going to do 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ugh.
And then the third hit is going to do 5 piercing damage
Okay, all right.
and 8 lightning damage. And
Well,
you are
that was a.
grappled.
Oh, I'm grappled now. Well, that's
Correct. So that is the end of their turn. They have taken dawn damage. And that means it is Apollo's turn.
So how close are the new scorpion and the armored thing to each other?
They're probably within 15 feet of each other.
All right, 15. So the bed's gonna try to like get into an angle to be between the scorpion and the armored construct.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action. I must put you to bed. As I'm going to bardic inspiration my own animated bed. And when I use a bardic inspiration, I can then command my bed to take its action as the same thing, and it is going to attack the large construct with an empowered force slam.
Great. Okay, cool.
Let's do plus that. That's 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's going to be this plus that plus mine. 12. That's going to be 14 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And I need it to make a con save. That and the scorpion.
All right. Oh, wait, were you doing the 14 bludgeoning to the helm Tor?
Yeah, to the helm Tor.
Okay. That's what it is.
It's about to be a nighttime creature.
Okay. Well, it made a 5 on its con save. The scorpion made a 13.
So they both fail, so they're going to take 7 thunder damage as the bed has this echo of music that reverberates like a percussion drum from my bardic inspiration mote of potential. And then
how much damage did you say that was?
7 thunder.
Okay.
How to troll your DM.
To beat it with a bed.
I gave them a bed. And they beat me with it.
There was me worried if Dawn was going to be too strong for the fight.
And then now that that's done with the bonus action, my action, I'm going to run up and punch it. I'm going to jump up so I can punch it in the face.
Okay. All right. Great.
With my awesome brass knuckles as usual.
Forgot about those.
And I'm going to do it recklessly so I can get advantage.
Absolutely. Got it.
Uh,
And this is the scorpion, or is this the armor?
The armored one. That's the
Okay.
one I'm focusing on. 26 to hit for the first attack.
Yeah. No, sorry. 26 doesn't hit. 19 does, but 26 doesn't.
And then the other one is a 19.
If the 19 will hit.
So that's going to be the first punch is plus 2.
the 26 doesn't
13.
hit.
26 doesn't hit. 13 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then the second hit, max damage. That's going to be 17 bludgeoning.
Killed it before it got a turn.
Wait,
It
is
is
that the
dead.
other scorpion?
No.
Oh, the
Just
armor.
that's your armor.
Yeah.
As the bed beats it, reverberates an echo, and then Apollo runs and jumps and just starts beating its face in. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use the-
No, you see, definitely succeed on that. It is now on the ground in pieces.
and I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to then walk up to the other scorpion in its face and you're next.
I will say, as soon as so you defeat the armored figure, and what was the energy that was holding it up? The red energy that was kind of in the eyes and throughout like the breaks in the armor starts to flow out of the armor and kind of dissipate, and your shield turns bright red and then goes back to the yellow color.
Apollo pays no mind to that. Apollo's in both rage and shifted lichen mode. It's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to point it out to you and the other people who might be watching for future uses. Cool, great.
Yeah, and that's officially it. That's all I can do.
Oh, is that?
Oh, that's
Oh.
all. Winifred, it is your turn.
Winifred reaches down, pulls up a necklace that she has that is it's like a chicken foot on the end, and she points it and she goes
To love you.
and she casts Witch Bolt, which I believe is nope, that's a ranged spell attack.
Which bolt?
Witch Bolt, yes.
Which bolt? I made that joke every time.
With a 27 to hit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that definitely hits.
And I think it's going to, if I'm not mistaken, this is one that like keeps hitting.
Yeah,
like
lightning
on
damage,
next
right?
turn or whatever. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh.
Oh
Oops.
yeah.
It
You know what?
is.
That's very Winifred of you, I'm not gonna lie. So especially because Winifred provided the warning.
Winifred was like, "Don't do lightning," but I'm gonna cast Wish Bolt.
I
Amazing.
cast the lightning. I see it just kind of like shoot up and emanate around this thing, almost as though it's like feeling like happy that it was hit with this. And I go,
Oh, wait a minute, guys. There is a thing. I think I remember now that. Okay, so
Please roll 2d10 for me, please.
oh no. 2d10. Okay, 2d10. 4 and a 2.
All right, you heal it a total of 6 points.
oh, I have so many regrets. Okay, I'm gonna bonus action.
I am going to try out this Tales from the Beyond thing. So I believe I roll my Bardic Inspiration die, which is a d6. I got a 5. So that is, I start telling the tale of the Avenger. I say,
Once upon a time, there was a group of best friends forever, and like these big bean monsters came in, and they were all like, ah, yeah. They started like hitting us, and then we hit them back, and then we hit them back really hard. They died.
and that is going to be for 1 minute. Any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to the roll on your
Winifred is just on it. Did not.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
We love you, Winifred.
Do they have to? Can I
I mean,
can I say,
Oh, never mind.
As you tell this great story, I was like, wait a minute, I've made a mistake.
I have mistaked it.
I have mistooketh.
I mean, I on the good note, it won't heal it. It's just immune to it. So
Okay, good. Then I just tell this tale and
it feels like a warm tingle.
I go,
You're not listening to me.
and I will end my turn.
I mean, no, its full attention is on you. You just healed it. It loves you.
Oh,
You just hit it with a
no.
tuning fork and it said bet. Great.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Is it your turn?
Izzy's getting a little claustrophobic with being up close and personal with this scorpion here. Mighty beast of inorganic matter, your fate is sealed. I command you now to shatter. And I'm gonna throw a level 4 shatter at them. Con save, please.
Yeah, sure. Ha. 9.
9, Nick, no.
What? I thought the answer was going to be yes.
No. So after that mighty strum down on Izzy's axe, a thunderous force blasts out for 9, 13, math is hard, 20.
Okay.
20 thunder damage as a level 4 shatter blast this thing. Not that it necessarily matters, but is it made of crystal? Because if it is, it would have had disadvantage on that roll.
It is not made of crystal, but it is
Okay.
a construct.
Okay.
So I do believe constructs also have disadvantage for shatter. So, I mean, I can roll again. I'm not sure I can get lower than a 2.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't think it makes a difference at this point. I'll take my 20 thunder damage and be perfectly satisfied. Thank you.
I believe my what are they called? The words on the screen.
Were letters?
Subtitles?
Yes, thank you. The subtitles said, I'm not sure I can get lower than a tattoo.
Lower than a tattoo.
Well, it depends where you put it.
On my foot. That's where I put it.
There you go.
Anyway, we are back to the top after a long and treacherous road. Zumael, it is your turn again.
So I'm holding the concentration, and I'm going to try and. Is there a bonus to move the?
Believe so. For
I'll use my bonus action to sort of like move the pillar of sunlight as it slowly scorches the ground that it's going on to sort of like get the butt end of the last scorpion so that it doesn't incinerate Izzy, because I feel like as little sunlight as possible is essential for the aesthetic.
It would be appreciated.
Yeah. Do I have a decent? Actually, I want to blast things spell.
If not, it's okay because I have an actiony blast bed. I cast a 9th level bed.
Very effective.
No. Take your bed and leave.
Wizards have fireball. I have a California king.
I think Zumael's just going to. I think Zumael's going to actually use their action to let the light guide you and let the healing force of the cure wounds move through Izzy, because I feel like the hardiness of Apollo can handle it. So you're going to get a level 2 cure wounds, friend. Oh, that's pretty good. 14. You gain 17 health.
Yay.
Tastes like radiance.
Taste the rain. That's something else.
No, that's Apollo's thing.
And that'll be me.
Okay, fantastic, Apollo. It is your turn.
All right, so I'm going to bonus action. I said it's bedtime to Bardic Inspiration in my bed, which will then move towards me and press the button to shrink itself in my hand.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to chuck the shrunken bed and press the button.
Yeah. Great. Yes.
Not only is it a flying deathbed, it's a boomerang.
Yes, because it can move on its own.
All right, go ahead and attack.
Plus double strength, plus the bonus, so it's 36, 46, 50 points of magical bludgeoning.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yes.
I zoned out a little bit to look for my pen to take notes, and then I just zoned back in just to hit 50 damage.
Yeah, he did 50 points of magical bludgeoning damage to this giant thing, and the bed like landed on top of the scorpion and just like squished it. It is like now a shattered scorpion underneath the bed, and that is where we will end for today.
Very effective. Also, I
Hashtag
realized
it's bedtime.
that I completely used my new Tales from the Beyond thing very, very incorrectly. So it's a good thing it didn't work out anyways.
No worries. But so that is the end for today. We have a couple of minutes left, and I would like to give you those minutes to outro yourself, tell people where they can find you, and then if you have any projects upcoming. So we will go ahead and start with Adam this time.
Hello, yes, my name's Adam. You can find me on almost all social medias as Is It Tinkerer. You can find me discussing PC and tabletop gaming. I write for the Apotheosis Studios blog. I also review many DC comics a month on Dark Knight News. I also create gaming Let's Plays with some of my very dear friends on YouTube at The Hostile Atmosphere. I will also be probably featuring some of these very fine people on my discussion podcast very soon, discussing probably this game and some of the other tabletop adventures very soon, but I'll leave that somewhere loose in the mists. But yes, do talk to me about any wider feature of PC or tabletop gaming that truly tickles your fancies.
Fantastic. And that means it's Beth's turn.
Hello, I am Beth the Bard at It's Beth the Bard everywhere. And I, again, a professional dungeon master, and starting next week here on Gilding Light, I am DMing a new game called, well, new to this channel, called She is the Ancient, a gender-bent Curse of Strahd adventure. Oh, I'm so excited.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Eddie.
Oh gosh, we're on me again. And once more, I'm unprepared. Hi, everyone. I'm Eddie, your local discount bard. You can find me on all the social medias and here on Twitch at Discount Bard. I actually have also starting to work on building up my TikTok as well. So apparently this is a thing that all the young kids are doing these days. I do video game content, primarily Sea of Thieves, but you also find me bouncing around on various channels doing D&D games like this one. I'm also doing a game very soon with the one and only Jordan Campbell here as well that I'm very excited about. Right around the corner. Woot woot. I'm also slowly in the process of working my way towards getting my own DM chops with a meshing of both worlds with the Sea of Thieves game. That's a TBD so far, but it's in process.
I love it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes. And last but certainly not least, Casual.
Casual Campbell. Like I said, you can find me on all social medias, Casual_Campbell. Like Discount Bard said, I will be having a brand new series, Forge of Fate, a Volcania D12 system, tabletop RPG with some amazing people. Starting this Sunday will be the premiere episode where we'll be going on our first season, exploring a brand new steampunk setting where magic, investigation, and intrigue is coming through. But also after that's over, coming up next month, I will be doing the official playtest release for my own TTRPG, Deep Breath, which is a retrofuturistic high fantasy blend of high fantasy technology matched with dragons, where the threat of dragons is just as likely as a threat of robot armies, blending anime, manga, Shonen Jump, and JRPGs into a 5e built world. So stay tuned for Deep Breath coming out, our playtest sometime next month for some people to get a preview.
I love it. I'm so excited. So many fun things. Yeah, I guess that leaves it to me. I have been your DM. My name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM, or at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias. You can find me pretty much here every week for the next couple of weeks, and then on She's the Ancient with Beth and Casual, so that'll be super fun. And you know, anywhere else on the internet. If you have any inquiries, let me know. Happy to be part of things. Thank you so much, everyone who has watched, and thank you, DC, in the background for doing all of the production things. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.